Okay, I just finished up the rough wiring and the installation of all the LEDs and circuit boards in the back of my INTELLITRONIX for my 67 Mustang GT, and it's blue and white. I'll include a picture of that car maybe. But anyhow, everything's pretty straightforward, went pretty well. There is one thing you need to be aware of though. The wiper switch normally mounts to the back of your original gauge cluster. And since you're not using the back of the original gauge cluster, it has to attach to the bezel. But two things. When you look at the back, the lens, the smoke lens, and the circuit panel has a cutout right where that switch goes. However, the cutout isn't cut deep enough in this direction so that the switch can sit all the way down into the front bezel. But that's not a problem because it's long enough. You can mount it on top. But what I had to do here is there are 4 holes in the switch, 2 on each side. And in the bezel there are 2 pins that come up here and here. So you line the switch up with those 2 pins, and then you mark the secondary hole on each side with a Sharpie, and then very, very carefully drill a hole and attach a bolt underneath the circuit board. And there's no circuits in this area, so you don't have to worry about that. Just be careful you don't crack anything. But you attach a bolt up through there, and it gives you very, very good support. You can easily go through and switch your wipers on and off, no problem whatsoever. But very pleased. I know I saw an ad where it said that this blue was a brilliant blue, and the videos didn't do it any justice. Hopefully they do. They're extremely bright, and I love it actually. I've got a 70 Mach 1 and a 69 fastback that I'm also thinking of putting these in. And I've got a Chevy Bel Air Nomad coming. It's on its way to me. And I may do that also. It's a resto mod. So anyhow, very, very pleased with the product so far. I was a little intimidated because I'm not really an electronics guy. My brother would have done this in 30 seconds. But very easy, self-explanatory. Just mark your wires on the back. They're already marked on the gauge, on the circuit boards anyhow, but just mark them further down. So once you put it in, you know what wire goes to what. Match them up to your gauge cluster wires in the console, and you're ready to go. So it's just a little feedback for INTELLITRONIX. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Hope that helps.